I see you. Hello again. Oh, let's put a hat on today, right? Let's wear a hat because your hair looks terrible, Christopher. Hi everybody. Oh, I have notes. As you roll your eyes. Oh no, not the notes, Christopher. Welcome back, everybody. June 8th. The 8th. June 8th, 2020. How many people, you're definitely graduating high school now. It's June. You're out of high school now, you graduated. July. The June gloom is here. Unfortunately, this year it has nothing to do with the weather. You know what I'm saying? Wink, wink. Well, wink, wink. So, why are you looking at this book, Christopher? Why are you just looking through this book? You ever have a friend like that comes over to your house and then just starts looking through a book? Oh. Or picks up a magazine. I remember my aunt used to do that. There it is. Because we're going to talk about a question of fairness later. Ooh-wee. Alright, enough bullshit. Welcome to the show. Today is this the third week of protests for Mr. George Floyd's death? It's possible. Protests have been going on all week. Peaceful protests, for the most part. There's always sons of bitches in every protest. But that is in every protest. Every great change of society, and then somebody's going to use it for their own, personal gain. Nefarious or not. That's how it's going to be. All right. So, what do we got here? Riot police. Oh! Alright, here's a scene that plays out all around the world on a daily basis. One side, body armor, guns, tear gas, tanks, helicopters, heavy machinery. The other side, a dude with a rock. You seen that fight before? Usually here in America we show it as somebody in like Iran or China. The Palestinians are acting up again. But now that's just going on right here in America. Right here in the USA, you see people wanting to get crazy and throw rocks at police. What is going on? What makes people in the face of danger, in the face of a tank, oppression, jail, whatever consequence, but then you feel the need, you have to step up and say, change is real. It starts with throwing one rock. The funny thing is that the people that own those tanks, though, right? The United States government, we started off by throwing that rock. You understand? A man was arrested, beaten up, put in jail. Then there was fights about it. People didn't like the soldiers shooting the innocent people. Words were exchanged, volleys were, and then boom, the American Revolution begins. You didn't know that it started off from that, from Americans not liking the government, not wanting to be messed with every day, have the police living their shit, living their business, It was the quartering law that said that all British soldiers had to stay with Americans for free. And people were like, nah, why should we bear the brunt? And I don't see how that thinking has gone away. I don't see... It still seems right. Why should the people bear the brunt of somebody else's military excursion? Why should we have to live in fear because the Humvee that the police have might accidentally shoot us or blow us up while we're on the road? Why? Christopher, what are you talking about again? All right. In Buffalo, you saw the video, I'm sure. The Buffalo police, it's a special task force from the police force. Those guys, as they're trying to sweep the streets, and a 75-year-old white protester gets in the way, and they knock him, wham! And he falls down, hits his head, and begins bleeding out, and they just don't give a shit. They're like, meh. And people, of course, recorded it. It's made the news, Buffalo police, knocked down man, bleeding. So they suspended those two officers, and instead of... Hear this, right? Instead of, oh, it's just a few bad apples, y'all. We're not all like that. We don't like to just beat people up. We don't feel like, in order to serve you, we have to have the ability to kill you. It's not like, I don't know anybody else, So here's what they did. 57 other officers that are on that task force, special force, that are on that, they all resigned. They were like, listen, we can't handle the fact that you're treating these officers like normal people and that they have to act or answer for their actions. We resign too. And I'm like, there you go. That's what I'm talking about, right? We got to get rid of the programs. You know, but look, man, that's any institution in America. Okay? Oh, the police have corruption. College basketball has corruption. The liquor business has corruption. Anything that there's money to be made off of has corruption. Have you not seen that pattern yet, sir? If there's money to be made, there's corruption around. During the last Big Depression here in America, it was illegal to panhandle on the streets of New York. They said, look, don't ask anybody for money. Don't beg. So to get around the panhandling law, suddenly like 1 million people started selling apples. And that became the, would you like to buy an apple? That's their way of asking for money. You ever seen the guys on the side of the freeway? They make a pretty good living for standing there all day. Pretty good living. Although you know the rule is they switch off every half hour. I don't know. All right, so Buffalo police decided, screw you, we resign. And the reason is this, man. When you are in charge, when you are a leader, when you are tasked with... You ever see the way You ever see a shepherd dog, like a German shepherd or Australian collie shepherd? You ever seen a shepherd dog really shepherd and really do their job and get cows and sheep and other people to do their bidding? They don't just go out and kill all the sheep to get the sheep to move from here to here. You know what I'm saying? They don't just go out and fucking, like, they use their tools to get you to act this way because it's, in the end, it's for your good. We're not going to go run off the cliff. We're going to run over here and be, you know, killed in a different way. But you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't just show up and they kill the sheep. They fucking move the sheep. Or the... whatever animal you're trying to herd. That's my point. What is my point, Christopher? What is your point? My point is, our herders, our police officers, our security officers, which is much different than a security guard, wink wink, if you don't know the difference. What the hell are you talking to me for? Look, man, cops do bad stuff all the time because they are threatened with, you will lose your job and be a loser member of society if you don't go along with what we say. That's what it comes down to, bro. Have you seen it's a viral, we'll switch gears a little bit, okay? Viral video of a woman who's in handcuffs. Security officer is holding her and she starts singing. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job for having me here handcuffed for nothing. And makes a song out of it. Oh, she loves the song. Hi, sweetheart. And so then the woman was let go. This time she was, not guilty. But somebody made a remix of that song. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Because now, alright, so that's the viral video, you about to lose your job. It's hilarious. But what she's saying is correct. Because, those cops were fired. Those 4 cops were fired. Right? The cops that knelt on, or the one cop knelt on George Floyd's neck. The other 3 kept everybody away and did not seem to care that there was a crime in progress. Right? However, their status at the time, officers. So nobody could go in and stop them. Nobody could save George Floyd's life, or they would be dead too. If you jumped in and said, hey, what's his name? Derek, the cop, bail was set at 1.25, in case you're wondering about the bail for old killer cop Derek. What I don't like about Derek is, he's very similar in my age, but he just looks like a punk bitch, doesn't he? With that skinny ass arm, just like, that dude is close to my age, and and his whole career has just been to harass people. Nobody stepped up to say this guy's a great cop. Nobody stepped up to say, man, this guy, I was asleep in bed and my house was on fire. This guy came in and saved me. And then I ran away. I said, what's your name? He said, don't worry about it. I might have to kneel on your neck till you die one day, so I don't want to get too familiar with the animals. You ever have friends like that? It's not, dude, the police are us. We are the police. We should police ourselves. Because, obviously, just getting murdered in the streets. Now, obviously, you and I have not been murdered in the streets. A lot of people have not. But I don't think it takes too many for the rest of us to get angry. Okay? We don't want that serve and protect, live in fear type stuff. Why? I'll tell you why. You want to know why? You want to know why a few bad apples spoil the whole bunch? So every time you hear the police talk about this shit, right? Oh, that's just a few bad apples. Bro, the rest of the saying is that a few bad apples spoils the whole bunch, right? One, you know, your chain is only as strong as its weakest link. Well, if these are your weakest links, these weak-ass cops, what are you going to do about it? Let's go back to my point. Why? All right. I can't. Serpico. If you don't know about this movie, here's a guy who wants to be a good cop and they shoot him in the face. And I say they, the other cops. Okay? They do things to put his life in danger. But he still wants to be a good cop and just take care of the city. And that's why this movie was made, because the other cops were like, no, no, no. If you don't go along with our murderous ways, we have to murder you. Now that might sound like Christopher's talking a bunch of shit and that he's wacky off his... He must not know how... Bro, this movie was made before I was born. Before I was born, police were killing their own for doing the right thing. Frank Serpico is a name everybody should know. Because that's what happens when you're a good cop. When you just want to patrol the streets and do your job. They'll shoot you in the face, bro. He goes, I don't want to take the money. And the other cop leans into him and goes, if you don't take the money, it makes us all nervous. I mean, it's all laid out. Perfect. Once Internal Affairs gets involved, then it's all over. You know, they make tons of movies about internal affairs and this cop does this and this cop does that and what are you going to do? You know, don't mess with the police. Look, man, the police will kill each other. The cops kill cops, bro. Where have you been? Where have you been living in your white bread world? Look, people say don't do anything. Don't do anything. Don't give the cops any reason to shoot you. Don't do anything. The cops won't shoot you if you're not doing anything wrong. Well, that's just a load of malarkey, right? I mean, Breonna Taylor was in her house asleep. She was out in her bed asleep. She woke up, made it to the hallway, boom, got killed. I love how people want to make the distinction. Well, she wasn't actually sleeping in her bed. She had got up out of her bed and went to the hallway of her house, so she deserves to be murdered. Like, dude, what is wrong with people? Nobody deserves to be murdered for no reason. A lot of people deserve death in this world. I will agree to that. But nobody deserves to be murdered for no reason, or a very weak reason. Oh, perhaps there was a counterfeit $20 bill that George Floyd was passing. Therefore, we needed to murder him. Nobody has found that counterfeit $20 bill, by the way. Nobody has found the counterfeit check or whatever the reason was that brought the cops over. I'm just saying. Serpico. We'll put that right here in the special slot. If you haven't seen that, bro, that is one of the movies that made Al Pacino a star. Amazing. Okay? It's an amazing film. The principle of it is still true, man. I just hate the don't do anything and the cops won't. You know, oh, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Oh, yeah. What a stupid game to be born in America and be driving down the street, minding your business, and just get, you know, oh, yeah. What a stupid thing to do. Because when it happens to some innocent redneck, people are all up in arms. They're all up in arms. Whoa, what? This cop got out there and put my cousin in handcuffs. You know, and then they go and storm the place, or all the chubby white guys with AR-15s show up to express their freedom. Like, what? We're in the wrong spot. This is a weird episode today, man. Last episode, Friday's episode, was phenomenal. I even watched it again, and I felt good about most of that episode. I liked it. Then we took a trip this weekend. I've been gone. We went up to Joshua Tree. It was beautiful. I mean, beautiful. Like, it felt so nice to just be in the car for an hour. Because every day I just drive her. 2 minutes to work, 2 minutes, you know. We've been in such a small circle. Now to go out there. What happened, though... We thought we were going to hang out with like 4 people and everything was, you know, we're going to do our circle slowly. And then somebody brought extra people to the party. So suddenly there was like, you know, 6 extra people there that we weren't expecting. So now I got to self-quarantine for a couple of weeks here. I'm back in house mode. Because that's how it's got to be with COVID. When you're out there and you're around with a bunch of people who may or may not care about their own safety, you got to take care of your own safety. You know? So here we are. What have we got? 2 weeks? Oh, 22nd. And it's June, so you know it's hot. It's hot. It's windy. There's already been massive fires today because of the wind. What are we doing? Humans of this world, like, can't you see that we are weak and that we need help? And by we, I mean you and I. Humans. Okay? Without our tools, we're nothing. Okay? Without our tools, we're nothing. And without everybody having the same opportunity to get those tools, we are nothing as a society. Do you understand what I'm saying? And you say, what tools, Christopher? You mean a hammer? No, bro. I mean your shoes. I mean these glasses on my face. Right? 1,000 years ago, I couldn't see. I'd be dead. You're born with a bad eye that requires a surgery. There was no surgery back then. You just died. You got a brain tumor that nowadays we can fix and you can live, but no, back then you just died. So now what do we got? We got way more people here. We got uneducated people. I'm looking at you, public schools. You know, we got people that are unaware of how unaware they are. They were told that they're gods, you know, because they were at a Tim McGraw concert. Or because they went to Walmart on a certain day, that they are the powerful people. But the truth is, man, is that we're all weak. Okay, we all need each other. We all need people in this life. No one can do it alone. I have not seen that person. There is nobody that does it alone. And by does it, what do you mean does it? Nobody does it alone. I mean get through this life, bitch. That's what I mean. Nobody gets through this life alone, man. You need people that you love. You need your squad. You need your girl. You need your fam. You need your peoples. You need your clique. You need your crew. Whatever you want to call it. Your family. Most people don't get along with their family because you're just born together. That doesn't mean that you actually, you know. Plus, what if somebody in your family fucked around? And now you got somebody that, like, I only share this much DNA with you, but I have to be on your side your whole life? Get out of my face. Christopher, you have a little family issue there. I found out this week that my aunt, oh God, she's one of those pandemic Christians. Oh, the Lord's doing everything and the Lord watches every step. But this is a conspiracy theory against the government. Oh my God. She's one of those bitch ass Christians too, man. You know, just one of those, some people are more blessed than others. It makes me sad, man. It makes me sad because she thinks she's doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? The KKK people think they're doing the right thing. This cop that knelt on this guy's neck, we should say, when Derek killed George, he thought he was doing the right thing. That's how fucked up we are in our minds. We think we're doing the right thing. We're killing people. You think you're doing the right thing? Oh yeah, I'm going to repost this. That's not the right thing. Definitely don't repost anything. Jesus. Have we not learned? Like, all of our problems that we had as people to communicate, right? As a people, our problems, now we got TV, phone, media, electronics, everything to amplify our voices, but nothing to work on our literal connectivity. You know? People like your post, that's great. You know? Do you know them in real life? Are you know, is it really part of your people or is it just a little numbers game? I like yours, you like mine. Then we, Listen, I'm just saying, just look, I'll get off this. I'll stop soon. I'll stop. But before I go, listen to the names. This guy is a social influencer. This girl's, her job, oh, she's an influencer. An influencer. Like, they literally say our job is to tell you what to think. Not to expose you to new ideas. That's not an influencer. That's a teacher. Influencer is meant to gently guide you towards certain brands. Oh, you like this? Oh, you'll like this. And then boom, once you get caught up in that bullshit part of life where, well, whatever watch I have must be how important I am, then you're already caught up in that like bullshit river and you won't be able to get out of it. Like, once you think that it matters what brand of shoe you wear, unless it's based upon comfort. If it's based upon comfort, then we'll all end up with Merrell's. It's a terrible industrial shoe. You know what I'm saying? Look, here, I know. What are you talking about, Christopher? Here's what I'm talking about, man. My feelings are hurt that we're so stupid in this country. My feelings are hurt that people think Black Lives Matters is an affront to their white life. Could you be any more off? Look, the last three, we'll call it the last three, because there's already been killings since George Floyd's killings. People have been killing cops. People have been killing protesters. Everybody's killing each other. These guys are running over these guys with the car. Oh, there was a cop that was attacked and killed. And everybody got crazy, like, fuck these Black Lives Matter protesters. And they're getting too crazy. And they can't just murder cops for no reason. And I was like, hey, isn't that what you were saying about the other guy? But then we find out it's not a civilian killing a cop. That was a military police officer killing a regular police officer. So like an outranking, this guy outranks you, so he does you in. Like, what are you going to do? I doubt we'll see any charges against that, right? Nobody really cares if a cop kills a cop, right? Oh, that's cop on cop violence. Wink, wink. It's like the black on black violence. If you don't care, you'll write it off to that. But if you do care, maybe you'll try to go a little bit deeper and get into, wait a minute, what's wrong with this guy? What is wrong with us as a, why do we keep teaching people to kill? Why do we keep glorifying murdering people? Right? Why is it, I mean, John Wick shoots everybody in the head. But because it's played by Keanu Reeves, who's a good guy in real life, and because John Wick's looking for his puppy, we're like, cool, bro. Oh, see, the way he shoots everybody in the head, that's a great film. It is a great film. I mean, you hear what I'm saying? Like if unadulterated violence is done up on your part, even if it's not the right ratio of violence due to the crime, so the fact that we get off on that is what leads us to the other side. Oh, we don't like it when that's going on, but we do like it when this is going on. That's our welcome to my crazy mind. My mind works a mile a minute, man. I got mental illness that I tape daily for you guys. I love you so much. Boy, we'll read from this tomorrow. Okay, we're going to read from this tomorrow. I got hyped up. I made the episode go too long. We're going to read from this tomorrow because tomorrow we're going to talk about the next step of bullshit. What happens when the police officers actually go to trial, and we'll talk about that then. Listen, you guys, I love you. I enjoy seeing you. I really do. Sometimes I feel like I got so much to say I don't know where to start, and I just kind of have a weird scattershot episode like today. But listen, please take care of each other. All right? Wear your masks. Wash your hands. Let all you do be done with love. There's a quote from the Bible that you don't see on t-shirts very often. I haven't heard any rallies for that one yet, huh, fellas? I'm looking at you. Guys, I think that's all I got for you today. Okay, so what's your homework? Watch Serpico. I know it's an old movie. You'll be amazed when you see there's no cell phones. All right, that's it. I'm leaving. I promise.